Hey guys, it's Nick. Welcome back to Slammer. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you'll never miss out any uploads. In today's video, we're going to show you our top 5 worst pandemics throughout history. In December 2019, the Chinese city Wuhan reported the first case of a new coronavirus. Hubei's capital gradually became the epicenter of COVID-19. Most countries are currently under the grip of the devastating virus, which has already killed over 5 million people globally. The World Health Organization designated the COVID-19 outbreak a pandemic on March 11, 2020, and urged all countries to take immediate measures to limit its worldwide spread. Several terrible pandemics have occurred throughout history, and this video will highlight 5 of the worst ones. Number 5. The Plague of Justinian, 541. In the year 541 in the Eastern Roman Empire, approximately 25 million people were killed by what was referred to as the Plague of Justinian. This plague emerged when rats on Egyptian grain ships, infested with diseased rats, were imported to Rome. The plague soon ravaged the empire. The disease infected even the emperor himself, Justinian I, after whom the plague was coined. Modern researchers estimate that as many as 5,000 people died per day in Constantinople, the empire's capital. By the end of the plague, almost 40% of the city's inhabitants had died, so many and so swiftly that bodies were piled up, joined by around 1/4 of the eastern Mediterranean. The epidemic is thought to be the first recorded incidence of the bubonic plague, according to modern scientists. Number 4. HIV/AIDS. We're still fighting the HIV/AIDS pandemic in many ways, and while medical advances have rendered HIV less effective, the end of this pandemic still appears to be a long way off. The sickness is thought to have originated in Cameroon and was first recognized as a disease in 1981. However, the earliest reported case is believed to have occurred in the Congo in 1959. As of 2011, at least 60 million individuals had been infected with AIDS, and 25 million had died as a result of the disease. While an estimated 1.2 million Americans were infected with HIV in 2008, Sub-Saharan Africa alone had 22.9 million cases, with 1 in every 5 individuals infected. In 2018, it was estimated that 38 million people were infected with HIV. Number 3. Cholera pandemics, 1817-1823. In 1817, the first cholera pandemic in India began in Jessore. This location is currently located halfway between Calcutta and Dhaka. The cholera, on the other hand, did not stay in India. This deadly cholera spread to neighboring nations, including Myanmar and Sri Lanka, and many people died by 1820. In 1829, Europe and America were hit by the second cholera pandemic. The sickness gradually spread to Moscow in 1830, then to Mexico and Cuba. Cholera spread to the United States as well, killing 5,000 people in Louisiana. The third cholera pandemic was the most lethal, erupting in 1852 in India and spreading to Iran, European nations, the United States, and several African countries. It was believed that 23,000 people died in the United Kingdom alone. The fourth and fifth cholera pandemics were milder. To combat this devastating pandemic, scientists gradually developed cholera vaccinations. Number 2. The Great Plague, 1665-1666. This plague was said to be the worst outbreak on English soil. It was believed that almost 15% of London's population died, resulting in 68,596 deaths. The first occurrence was reported in 1665 in St. Giles-in-the-Fields, a parish outside the city walls. The fatality rate began to rise over the summer season and peaked in September, when 7,165 Londoners died in a single week. It was discovered that rats carrying fleas were to blame for the epidemic. Number 1. Flu pandemic, 1918. Following the end of World War I, the 1918-1920 flu pandemic, often known as the Spanish flu, was regarded as the most catastrophic pandemic in recent history. The H1N1 virus caused the viral flu. However, no conclusion was reached regarding the virus's origin. This lethal virus spread all over the world, infecting more than 500 million individuals, which was 1/3 of the entire world population at that time. It is estimated that at least 50 million people died worldwide as a result of this pandemic. The casualty rate in the United States alone was 765,000. The high mortality rate of people with no underlying health conditions aged 20 to 40 years old was a distinguishing and concerning feature of this pandemic. And with that, we end today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give the video a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, peace out, and have a great day.